this go around, we're going to be just doing some fabrication. I've got a tool in mind that I've been wanting to make for a while. See a bunch of them out there for purchase. They're not real expensive, but I happen to have the abilities and the parts, or the pieces, to make this tool. So come along. It'll be a fun little ride. So we're going to make something today. So for the longest time, I've been wanting to make a clutch hub tool. So basically you got your clutch hub, and there's a big nut in the center of this that holds that on the. So what I want to do is make a tool to hold this in place when you go to zap that nut off. Like I said, there's tools out there available, not really expensive, but I'm going to make one out of some worn out old clutch steels. I got some pieces of quarter inch steel rod I'm going to use for making a handle, and we're going to zap some stuff together with the welder. I happen to have a bunch of extra steels laying there, so at some point maybe I'll make some more of these, but for now I want to make one for myself to use. What we're going to do is use 3 of these so we get a decent amount of thickness, so it doesn't just totally beat up the splines when we impact that off, but we'll give her a little bit of thickness. We'll just zap them together, and then I'm going to make a handle that's going to kind of go on either side of this. There'll be one rod on each side, and then if you can envision them tapering over and back into a handle so that the steels are recessed in a little ways, and then I'll have a little handle to hold it. Nothing super fancy or complicated, but it's kind of a rainy, crappy day and I got some time to kill, so let's make something. Went ahead and got my handles bent up here, my 2 halves to my handle. I just used my bench vise and a hammer in my hands and just pushed it around. You can make them look like whatever you want, really, but this is kind of the gist of what I'm going for. So these will sit together and they'll just get welded onto the steels like that, and that way you can get down into the basket a little ways, and the center is still open that we can get our impact on the hub nut. And now we are ready to do some welding, which is the fun part. So it's still a little warm, but I told you silicon bronze looks pretty cool. So just some little mini welds to hold it together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get ready to put my handle together. I might have to get creative with my clamping situation. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to weld the handle together first, go attack on that, and then I can get it in place on the clutch steels themselves. I think I'll do that. Little tack. straight to you? So, we pretty much got our tool made here. Last thing I'm going to do though, is take a piece of round steel tubing and I'm going to put a little handle on the end. Just a nice little round spot so we don't just have two just welded rods together looking like that. So we'll just give it a little finished look for no other reason than to just do it. And there's more weld on this thing than there needs to be, but I enjoy welding. So I'm going to keep working away at it. So we're gonna zap the little handle end on there now. So I decided, I got my little piece of round steel tubing welded onto the end, and then I had some orange thin wall tubing. It's real soft stuff, but while this piece was hot from welding on it, I got this piece on there and kind of molded in, and now I got a nice orange rubber handle, so I'll be able to see this thing sitting in the toolbox. But I'm not done quite yet. I want to make it look a little nicer, so one more thing to do. Oh, hi there. Glad you made it. So you're probably saying to yourself, I haven't seen this dipshit pull his clutch apart in at least 2 videos this time. Well, good news, this dipshit's pulling his clutch apart again. Because how else would I make a video on a clutch tool if I didn't show you how it worked on my own bike? That would just be dipshittable. So we're going to dig in and I'll show you how this thing works. Or works. Either one. So as you can see, we have Exhibit A. My clutch. I didn't pull all the steels and fibers out. I just wanted to get a few out so we could actually get to the splines on the hub. And we have our tool. As you can see, I got a nice rubber handle on it. We opted for the VHT wrinkle black finish, and I did not paint the steels because the last thing I want to do is have paint scraping off and flaking off as I'm putting it into the engine to hold the hub. So as you can see, our tool goes right in there. It clears my extended clutch cover. We have a nice protective rubberized handle for the feminine hands in the group. And now I got something to hold on to while I wing that nut off. This is literally a tool I've wanted to make for like 3 years, and I'm probably going to use it 3 times. But it was fun to make, and it gave me something to do. It's starting to get nice out again. As you can see, the sun's coming out, but it's humid as all get out right now. But what I'm going to do is, this is actually still a little bit wet. You can see the wrinkle finish is kind of coming around now. But I'm going to hang this up to dry a little farther, put my clutch back together, and then I'm going to go find something else to tinker with. And just like that, we've come to an end again. This was actually pretty fun to do. Like I said, I wanted to make this for a while. You can buy these things. I've seen them all over. Some are cast aluminum, some are built similar to this. But I just can't bring myself to buy something I can make, especially when I got the time. Like I said, this is kind of a iffy Sunday, nothing going on. I happen to have some material, and I got a welder, so why not make some shit? It's pretty fun. I'm trying to think of other tools offhand I can make that I haven't already made. But yeah, I hope you dug that. Like I said, nothing special. I just thought it'd be fun to do another video on just some fab work this time. So a lot of you are probably wanting to see more racetrack videos or tech videos or mechanical stuff. I'm trying to throw in some variety. actually, I did a pretty cool project on my truck that I thought about kind of doing a video on. It turned out really awesome, but the truck stuff seems to not go over too good, but whatever. I can put stuff up for fun of it and see how it does. Whatever you guys want to see. But this one's done. On to the next. Hopefully we get a fuel pump early in the week, and we're back to making some racket and two-step testing in the garage here. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.